Hi guys, today we're gonna be creating the prosthetic for the sliced eye tutorial I created previously on this one. So we're gonna need is modeling clay, dry air clay, and then a couple of spatulas and a few more things that I'm gonna show you later on. So I'm gonna take some a little bit of clay, and I'm gonna be creating kind of a rounded shape, oval shape on a table. I'm gonna be smudging the edges and taking off some part of the upper part, like an oval shape, to create the eye. I'm gonna be rounding a little clay and put it as the eyeball, and then I'm gonna create a couple of strays and apply upper and lower from this eyeball, and it's going to be the lids, and I'm gonna be blending using my spatula. Also gonna be adding a little bit of extra clay on top of the upper lid to create the upper weight to my eyebrow. You can help yourself with the spatula to smooth things out. This part right here I ended up cutting out because it was too big. It's the nose part, so it doesn't need too much explanation. I'm going to be using a little bit of water to blend out all the edges and smooth out the surface. And I'm going to be creating a little more of the shape, but I'm going to now create the cut on my eye now that the clay is dry, and removing a little bit of clay on the inner part of this cut, but I'm going to be leaving to get a little drier the clay, and then be able to shape out a little more of the design that I wanted to be doing. So this is up to you, as much details you want to put into this molding. Once everything is completely dry and I'm completely happy, I make sure I brush all the dust off, and then I'm going to be using this very stiff carton board and create a barrier around the entire molding and seal it the base with hot silicone. Then I'm gonna be creating a plaster. I'm going to be adding the plaster into the molder. First I'm going to be using a small brush to get into the details, and once all the mold is completely covered, I'm going to be adding the rest of the plaster on top, and I'm going to even out the surface and leave it to get completely dry. Once the plaster is completely dry, it's easy to take it off. I'm going to be using also a bobby pin to take off some of the excess of clay that must be sticked into the plaster. Then I'm gonna take once again a brush and start adding liquid latex in the entire mold. First the details, so I make sure I fill in all the gaps, and then I'm gonna be filling until I don't see any of the mold, making sure I blend out the edges. Liquid latex is completely dry. It can take up to a few hours. I'm gonna dust it with powder all over it, and then I'm gonna use again the bobby pin to start removing one of the edges, and at the same time I'm removing, I'm gonna be adding the same powder just to make sure it doesn't stick to itself. And that's it. Now it's time to color it. I'm gonna be using first of all foundation to apply all over my the face of this mask, and then for the details I'm going to be using cream colors. I'm going to start by adding a little bit of pink around the eyeball and also a little bit more in the corners. Then I'm going to go add a little bit brown on the shades of the both of the lids. I'm going to start with the iris. I'm going to be applying first white all over the eyeball, and then my eye color, which is brown, on the central. I'm going to be adding a little bit of detail with white and black, and also I'm going to be rounding the entire figure with black. Next is going to be to create some kind of vein in red going from the iris all the way around the eyeball. I'm going to be adding also extra red on the corners, a little bit of white on top of the lid to create volume. I'm going to be adding dark red and vivid red inside of the wound, blend it a little bit the upper part, and we are done. The entire process of making the prosthetic can take a couple of days because you need to let it dry the different steps. And now just time to apply it. I'm gonna leave below in the description the very direct link, and also you can find it right here on the screen, all the slice eye tutorial, so you can go ahead and get the next step. So thanks so much for spending some time with me. Be happy and see you next one. Oh, don't forget to leave me any comment with any request for Halloween that is nearly coming. Thanks, bye!